Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to 2 Point Museum, where I'm just taking a second here to examine our scent situator. Uh, it's kind of interesting. These are the three scents that it starts with: the ability to increase guest hunger, increase desire to visit the gift shop, or increase buzz from fantasy exhibits. There is not a fragrance for increasing desire to see science related exhibits or botany or anything. So I guess it's good that we've paired the fantasy stuff up with this. I think for the moment I'm just gonna leave it on appetizing, and I wonder if we can maybe does it maybe make more sense to put it over here and just kind of get everybody as they come in?
Botany exhibits may require.
We could use some more money, right? So
Guests just have to make do.
just make some sale. Oh, somebody just guy. He's got the pear poisoning. Okay, we gotta hold on.
May need dislodging.
Hold on. We gotta deal with the pear poisoning. I didn't realize that that was the case. And first of all, you shouldn't just be running around sick. But secondly, you also shouldn't be running around vomiting inside the museum. Unfortunately, that's like all of my money right now.
So glad that I don't have to go.
We still need to make one more custom contraption.
Announcement: our health and safety standards are being inspected.
Okay, what is the cheapest custom contraption? What are we looking at here? So it's not very expensive to get another spa point out. We need something that has at least 35 buzz on it. So yeah, a spa point might be the winner.
So what's in the box?
This will just be some XP for you.
Announcement: Randall caught in the act.
Okay, good to get that resolved though. Yeah, I guess let's just make, well, you know what? Let's make another sprinkler pump. And then, because this thing has a couple of different uses. We need a science expert with the appropriate skill, which we must have, right?
Currently on fire. They told
I've
me
got-
this wouldn't happen here.
Hooray! We actually have the ability to fix these problems. Oh, and then there's another fire immediately. I hate to say this, but we might need more than one person on staff who can handle this stuff. I do only have one security guard, so that's also probably an issue. It's certainly slowing down the rate at which stuff is getting collected. Well, I can't even hire anybody right now. Set our security. Oh, there he goes. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt your break just slightly. Could you please do this, and then you can get back on break. But I need that money, like, very badly.
Lead to insufficient donations.
Okay, we got people maintaining the devices now.
The museum is on fire. Not again.
I gotta say, the announcements lady, not providing a lot of benefit to us if she can only tell us things that were happening and have since been dealt with. Okay, so where do we need to go next? Well, I guess as far as earning stars, we don't actually know yet. But we do have some obvious goals that we can reach out to here. That's just Science Expert XP. I mean, continuing to pull things from this site, we could use some more parts to put together the rest of these classic contraptions. How expensive are the expeditions here? Not very. Yeah, and this would probably help quite a bit with the income. So you're currently working on the thing. Jake Dingle is doing restoration, but let's get focused here. If we bring a survey scanner and do it detailed, we can get up to, well, but this is a pristine thing, right? So we don't necessarily need to do that. We could just do it at normal speed to avoid helicopter damage and then go for XP growth instead. Yeah, because we're just trying to pull exhibits that are coming back in pieces. So the quality of the pieces doesn't really matter.
I would not like to pick a card.
All right. I don't know that this needs to be over with the others or doing anything in particular. It just needs to get us past the threshold. All right. The Judgment Clouder and Scent Situators are doing a noble effort to cover the stench from the oasis. Soon we'll know if the oasis will clear or if we have bigger, deeper problems. And there indeed is our second star. So we've unlocked some kind of flowering cactus and different garbage cans. Hooray!
With no news on the site of the Science Museum, Bungle Tech have issued a surprise update, stating that production has finally started on their much-anticipated and long-awaited line of robots, distracting the public and changing the subject completely. Those with pre-orders have seen their status change from coming soon to coming sooner. More on the robots later from Harrison Wolf. Just an educated guess.
I assume.
Expedition team returning from underground.
All right, what is going on with this thing? It is considered unreachable. I covered up some of its important locations. Okay, I'll just put this in. The wait-and-see approach has not delivered the results we'd hoped. The smell is better, but now there's sludge everywhere. Gross and dangerous. Perfect. The sludge is far too dangerous for janitors to clean, but there might be just the thing in Bungle Burrows. Down in the robot labs, you'll find the blueprints for Bungle's robo-janitor. You'll need a deluxe drill to clear the facility's more serious blockages. The robo-janitor is just what we need. Heavy-duty handiwork to remove the sludge and distract everyone from the oasis. After all, the public loves robots. Okay, health inspection went well. That's great news for us. Etching Primary School is planning a school trip. Hoping for some high-quality, well-decorated exhibits. I mean, you know, I'm going to try my best. All right, more pieces of the flying machine. Pretty decent. Stick those on there, and then I think we're probably just going to keep running expeditions out to there. I guess it's nice to be able to run a level 5, but we don't really need to. If I were going to pick up another science expert, this might be a good time to do it because we're going to run expeditions out to this relatively safe point several times in a row, and so we could get some decent XP going. Make and display a robocharger, average monthly profit of 3,500. We can probably reach that. Museum level 17, that's extremely doable. And yeah, all that seems like not a problem. So if we were going to bring on another expert, Kensington Flan has the aerodynamics, which might matter eventually. Bonus movement speed, at the very least, is useful. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring you on. I know we're kind of stretched for money right now, but we'll get there. All right, you are doing this. We're sending you along with a first aid kit so you don't get injured, and you're just running it at safe speed. what does it cost to build an advanced drill?
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2-Point
We're
Radio.
gonna need more of this stuff, so I'm gonna need to mulch more exhibits in the mulcher, which is unfortunate. I really ought to hire. Oh no, I did hire a second security guard. Okay, we're in theory shouldn't be seeing a lot of this happening, but I guess I added more exhibits. It might be worth it to just throw down another stand, like over here. All right, show me something cool. Okay, more parts for the Jab Maestro. We're gonna have to redesign our room a little bit so that these two things can be closer together eventually, but for right now, this will do. Okay, great news. We did a great job of showcasing Twisted Torso. Another 20K. Let's get Kensington back out here with the first aid kit. And then... do we want to keep working on the fantasy map? We need to get some botany stuff finished, right? We need to pull some plants from somewhere. I mean, we can't just, it could just be more of this, I suppose. At least until we get a decent one to display. Alright, so I need you. You have a high enough level now to approach this. We definitely need to include the first aid kit, and this does need to be a detailed expedition. But fortunately, it's cheap. It just takes a really long time to run.
Team leaving for thorough investigation. They may be some time.
Okay, looks like our stuff is actually getting collected for the most part, right? People are still leaving stuff around. Do I need to put it in bathrooms over here? I guess we're pretty far from those ones.
The expedition team are back on the surface. Out of the tunnel.
I mean, we absolutely could expand that room outward a little bit more, right? And then create some room for a bathroom in that corner. All right, we need to do one more of those. I didn't see how many more pieces of the other thing we have yet to get
Departing on an
the
expedition.
printing press thing over here.
Need it.
Okay, while I'm waiting on all of that stuff, a robocharger. Okay, robochargers require whirly cogs, I think they're called. So as soon as we're back from this, I suppose we ought to go grab some of that stuff so that we're not sitting here bottlenecked on things from the workshop. Alright, which one of you is higher rarity? Because the lower rarity one is going in the mulcher. Okay. I believe that is an improvement. And the sickly pair. Yep, drop it to the mulchomatic.
Trained in ages. People are starting to talk.
Okay, is this? No, there's still two more pieces of that. Okay.
Expedition team returning from underground.
Well, let's get you back out here already, gaining a level. Great news. And I've already forgotten what I was... Oh, that's right. I was going to get resources for the drill. Whirly cogs it is. Alright, here's hoping just nothing goes wrong while we have people running out like this. We don't have piloting skills on the team yet, so I don't want to do a speedy version. Let's just gather XP. That might be more cogs. Let's hope it is. Do we have a... No, we don't have just like a build a robo janitor thing. We have to find the robo janitor footprints or blueprints rather first. All right, I think that's the last piece of this one. Yes, we are now pristine.
If you touch a botany exhibit and become unwell or otherwise digested, the museum is sorry, but not responsible.
All right, hopefully we will get just the Jab Maestro stuff, but if we pull extra flying machine parts, we might be able to throw them through the workshop.
Expedition is leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
Come on, there we go. We only got 50. Is that even... Is that even enough? Didn't we need... Yeah, we need 100. We did not have... Okay. Well, I think the exhibit quality did end up mattering because we got more than that last time, right? I feel like I thought we got 100. Well, in any case, we got to send out the expedition again, so let's do so. And then y'all can, you know, come back and actually repair some things.
The expedition team are leaving now. Please say goodbye.
Entering a sealed enclosure, the team finds numerous life-size human statues made of gold. In the center of the room is a humming orb with a handprint-shaped sensor. Well, obviously don't do that. Let's just take one. Steering clear of the strange device, your team swipes one of the gold statues and sells it online for an extortionate price. What excellent work they're doing out there. Man, why do we have puddles? Right outside the bathroom, no less. I'm none too happy about that. Okay, second to last piece of this weird Rube Goldberg nonsense. And then also the rest of the whirly cogs we need.
Announcement. Stolen exhibit has been retrieved from thieves. No one takes our stuff.
Okay, this is only 5,000, not a big deal. Okay, little interruptions here and there, all over the place.
If you touch a botany
So,
exhibit and become unwell,
for building our robocharger, we need to find the
the museum is
blueprints
sorry,
for this robo
but not
janitor
responsible.
and put that robocharger to use. So, over here somewheres, this requires the big drill. I'm assuming this drill just connects to here, almost certainly, right? Like this obstruction. There's no reason to actually spend the time to do that. So I guess let's just go get more botany stuff, right? More stuff to feed to the mulcher. All right. Bringing you in, and probably the first aid kit. What's our status now? I mean, sure, give it a shot. Try to find something good. I wish we could queue stuff up at the workshop. I mean, obviously I could build a second workshop. I don't know if that feels like a sensible thing to do. Are we still kind of having security guard problems? We're about to see a new applicant here. Sunny, but takes longer breaks. Both of the camera people take long breaks. You know what? I will hire you on, and we'll teach you to operate cameras. How about that? All right. It's interesting that these objectives to make and display items check out as soon as you hit display, as soon as you finish them before you have displayed them. It's pretty strange. All right. So, deluxe drill. We managed to get enough mulch from that one plant, but I'm sure we're going to need more. For the moment, I suppose let's just make one. Those take forever to build. Holy hell. Okay. So, while we're working on that, do we want to make some more progress on the fantasy map? There's still this to get done. We have, in fact, opened our way to the Great Dwarf, which is just full of dwarven devices. There's still one dwarven device that we haven't pulled here that I probably should before we move on. At least I should give it a shot. So, it's you and you make 20, right? No. There we go. And this is still going to leave us a little bit short. I guess I'm going to go ahead and take a survey scanner. This will finally push us over the maximum survey level here.
Conclusions based on observations. It really does make
And now that we have some extra money, maybe I should do a little bit more renovating. Yeah, we're just getting like puddles of garbage everywhere.
maybe exhausting.
Honestly, maybe I should have another janitor around. Thirst develops faster, hunger develops faster, immunity to snake bites. Well, I mean, I guess that's good. Please clean that stuff up. You are just having a bad time. Okay. I was kind of hoping it was just an energy thing. Or an injury thing. But no, you just need to kind of catch up on all of your needs. Fortunately, there are ways to do that in our very nice break room. How do we keep getting? Oh no, you're not a guest. The rogues don't look like they belong here. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe their outfit looks too much like Wetlantians from above. Okay, got a pristine one. That's pretty cool.
Attention.
So let's take this and mulch it and put our fancy new pristine sickly pear in here. And then the robocharger. Just near any science decoration at all, huh? I mean, as a thing we've made, it probably should go over here. Honestly, like, what probably makes the most sense is to pull this for a different exhibit somewhere else, right? We're gonna have this and the other one of these contraptions put together. We'll put this here. What is the buzz bonus? Okay, it's happy on the buzz bonus. And then we can modify this tour. I can just tack these two onto the beginning, I guess. So the charger becomes before the Mulchomatic and the extra sprinkler pump. Yeah, this is the right one. There we go. Okay. Decoration length is remaining perfect. We're over 4 stars. It's a decent tour.
Your quiz after your visit, but we can't account for your family and friends.
And we can potentially do some more botany exhibits around the watering thing here. Okay, so we're working hard on the drill. In the interim, is there anything else that I want to revisit around here? A lot of this stuff is just like perks that we haven't found that I'm not super interested in finding. Things that are not terribly exciting. We haven't finished this yet, right? I think we need one more thwack at this. So send you with a first aid kit. Go get him, Slugger. Okay, we've unlocked the next level of Mulchomatic, which is fine, and we probably won't bother. Yeah, it seems like you just need a lot of janitors because the very presence of the sludge pools is just generating garbage on the ground all the time. That's pretty annoying in my estimation. Let me actually, while we're doing this, let me put this over here. And also, yeah, one of these just to fill the space a little bit. I had to decorate that corner as well. Okay, send that to the inventory. Not the thing we were looking for, obviously. And here, there's a decent chance we're going to get a repeat as well. No, water geode, I believe is new. I believe that is not one of the geodes we already had. Okay. And look at the quality of it. Let's move this over. That can be right next to the other geodes, obviously. They're all the way against the wall. Okay, are you close enough to a banner to be getting your bonus? No, the fantasy double banner has to be moved back slightly. There we go. It is just barely applying to everything there. Okay. Let's try to keep our objects just sort of loosely grouped together. Not that it makes any sense how they're connected anyway. Okay, so now we just need a robot to charge on our robocharger. Something that we are slowly working on. Alright, you can continue pulling these until finally one of them works. And then once we get that, we probably just go ahead and move it over here, right? Although I don't know, is this how I intend to keep this wall? Probably not, right? I probably want to build out the whole space.
Station that puts a smile on the face of your ears.
Puts a smile on the face of your ears. That's kind of horrific, really. All right, we have to send out 2 janitors. We really need them to have a combined level of at least 8. And then break through this complex obstruction.
And all the days before. Join us for more shockingly consistent radio.
Okay, so presumably the RoboJanitor blueprints will be behind that. We still need to reach museum level 17 as well, which is going to mean increasing our overall amount of buzz, right? Okay, there's the last piece of that. Pristine.
Expedition team returning to the underground. Attention, the expedition team are leaving now.
I do have the money for a little bit of rework. Like, I should definitely use the whole space. And if I'm talking about redecorating here and we have this stuff available, I should probably just go ahead and commit to that. So what's up here? Provide 225 buzz from dwarven devices. Provide 5 dwarf guests with their dream visit. I don't know if we're pulling dwarven guests. I mean, I would imagine we might be. Is there an MIA thing here? No, there's a 12 intelligence illness that we can dodge. That seems pretty doable. This is a much more expensive expedition than the other ones that we're running. 12 intelligence. Are we going to get 12 intelligence? No, if we don't bring... What I was going to say is if we don't bring the wizard. So the wizard's definitely in. I want the survey strength. And then of the two of you, does it matter terribly? You both have a single point of luck. Hold on, are they leveled up though? They might not be. Steph. Okay, you are leveled up. Victoria has 1 skill point available. Well, that's a shame. So we can almost make that luck threshold. It's fine. We'll do without. Let me throw... so do I want to push for level 5 or level 4? Well, I do need to get to 2 levels of Potion Master. That's right. I don't even remember what it was for. I just remembered that that was the thing I cared about. And then, unfortunately, we can't get this bonus happiness without a little bit more level up behind us. But on the whole, this is pretty good. Oh, we're out of scanners. That really sucks. I guess everybody take a journal. And I need to put some scanners in the queue. I was like, could the workshop really just be down for a while? That doesn't feel right. No, go ahead and just commit a lot of them. I need a lot of them. Although maybe I shouldn't have put that much money. Whatever. Maybe I shouldn't have put that much money in, is what I was thinking. So we could set up a level 2 one of these. I mean, I'm gonna get my survey machines done, obviously. But yeah, I could do a little bit of reconfiguring here, reconfiguring the flow of the museum as well. It is true, we need a janitor with the workshop qualification, and our janitors are mostly busy drilling through a thing right now. Health and safety conditions are being evaluated. I'm a little worried about that because all the piles of garbage, the sort of puddles of crap everywhere, that probably hits you right in the health and safety score. Alright, we did in fact clear the lost tunnel. To get here, all we have to do is employ a robo-janitor and then use them to open up the space. Bungle Burrows provided Bungle Tech with a safe and a secretive place to develop their robot technology, away from the eyes of the public and the light of the sun. Okay, it's not possible for us to get totally lost down here, which is good news. Alright, thank you for focusing and getting it done, friends. So, a science expert and a security guard. And it would be really cool if between the two of them, we could hit level 8. Well, yeah, that seems like it's going to be no problem at all. And then, I guess just more XP. Once again, I don't have any survey scanners.
Guests feeling bored are reminded.
At precisely the moment when I would most like them. I mean, at the very least, I should buy out the rest of the floor space, right? But I feel like if I do that, I'm going to want to remodel a little bit right away.
Standards are being inspected.
Because we're going to need to move things and reapply stuff to the walls. A representative from the Department of Culture is arriving for our yearly inspection. Good for us. Let's see what comes back from this, and then I might do a little bit of reconfiguring before we send any other people back out. Alright, show me something cool. A gas device. Never once to be wasteful, the dwarves harness the potent stench of their table scraps for all sorts of practical, stinky little reasons. Can provide a smelting device with the power of gas. Huh. Interesting. So these machines interoperate a little bit like the science machines, maybe. Well, for the moment, I suppose, just send it to the inventory, and we have a dilemma in the robot lab. Your team discovers a giant circular tube connected to a variety of circuits and monitors. One of your staff postulates it could be a particle collider. Yeah, man, it could be. It could be lots of things. Do not get in there. Please just read the monitors. Well, it turns out this isn't a Hadron Collider after all, but some kind of human propulsion system that you managed to sell to a nearby theme park owner for a handsome fee. And a little bit of cut of the bonus XP for people. All right, you know what? I do think I'm going to remodel down here a little bit, and you'll see the result of that right now. Hey, check that out. So, unfortunately, I did run out of money, actually, during the project. You can see the bathroom that I attempted to assemble here. I'm just out of funds. We're going to put in more toilets and stuff, and then we have bathrooms at the two corners of the current thing, and as we build out this way, we can add a third bathroom up there, and it should be, hopefully, good enough for everybody. For right now, we desperately need to unpause so that people can pay us. We need a lot of money. Yep, there is quite a lineup for the single bathroom stall over here. You know, the stalls are $1,000 each. It turns out I didn't realize that they were that expensive. So I did want to create a big full-featured situation over here. It's just
The expedition team are back on the surface.
expanding the building was somewhat more expensive than I thought it was going to be. And wow, payroll hit like a truck. Okay, we're going to be okay. Hopefully they brought back some cash with them. We did, in fact, discover the robo-janitor. Some tasks are too dangerous or boring for people. And Bungle has designed a robot for exactly that purpose. And we're totally going to build one. Eventually. For right now, yeah, we desperately kind of just need everybody to keep doing the thing that they do out there. The money's coming in. We're going to be okay. How did that one toilet already get destroyed? It's been operational for like an hour. I mean, anybody who's worked a retail type job or anything like that around the public can tell you the bathroom maintenance is one of the worst parts of it. People do things in public bathrooms that are just unconscionable, might be the word. just like how and why. Let me hold on. These did not get spaced correctly. I do think it's kind of funny. I always put in all the sinks, right? But they don't mechanically do anything. They're absolutely just treated as decoration for the room, and which means that beyond the first like couple, you're not really getting a lot of value putting them in there. But like, it hurts my soul to have a bunch of toilets with no sinks. You have to. You can see here I expanded the gift shop a little bit, and it turns out we may even need a second cashier spot. I could probably start doing expeditions again at this point, but honestly, yeah, maybe I want to. Where are we on assistance? Why are we so not working? Okay, somebody is assigned to it. They're just not doing it. We have 2 of those. We still have 1 assistant whose reading is available. I probably can put in a second. Checkout. Let me like reposition this a little bit. Can I put this any closer to the door? I cannot. Okay. Sorry, that's going to be a thing specific to this room. So So I've tried to make sure that everything is, you know, all the different types of goods are represented here. We got our fantasy stuff. We got our robots stuff. Some fantasy. We got a little bit of botany. You know, I want people to be able to get the toys that are appropriate to the reason they came in today. We don't have any botany onesies. I mean, maybe I can fix that. Improving this room seems valuable. Seems like it's worth the money. Yeah, onesie stand. What if a kid wanted to dress up as like a weird little plant for some reason? Kids are strange. That's like the number one thing about kids, in my opinion. And to be clear, I say it with great affection.
Electrical exhibits
That's not actually
shocked by what they
against the wall. All right, then we can put this kind of here, and it's just like in the way of we don't have room for there to be a big line at the second one. I could probably actually, I kind of wish you could swap items. You know, drop one thing on top of another thing to have the second thing appear in your hand.
Announcement.
Yeah, maybe like
Exhibit
this.
has been retrieved
Maybe
from
like that.
thieves.
Okay.
No one takes
That leaves room for 2 lines. Okay, and overall, I think we're doing really well. Like the money is now rolling in. We got a decent health inspection. There's a lot of litter, but I mean, that's just the way of things. There is a lot of litter. And then we need to actually make a robo-janitor. After the next one of these is completed, maybe we end the project. I really committed to a bunch of these. All right, it is good that we got some done though. The robo-janitor. So we're gonna need 60 metals. We have enough whirly cogs. We need metals this time for sure. So this just requires a single janitor. It would be cool if they were level 5 so that we could send with them just like an XP journal. And do your best. This place is not very high level. I'm assuming leveling this place up would mean that we get more metal per expedition, right? Like higher qualities of take mean more metal. But I don't actually know that. Okay, we have a flying machine that we don't actually need. Right, so we can knowledge this.
On 2 Point Radio. You're listening
And
to
then
Sir
also
Nigel Bickleworth.
the gas
For
device,
you.
which is a
I
dwarf
am
thing.
proud to have supported the Department of Culture by adopting a loose ornament, their words, not mine, from the county's archives. If you do the same, maybe you'll be as fortunate as me and receive game-worn socks from the winners of the 4th Cheesy Goblin.
What that guy is talking about on the radio right now, I was only half listening, but it sounds like a fetish thing. All right, build me a robo-janitor. Yeah, actually, we are, like, income-wise, we are absolutely crushing it right now. We could probably afford to hire another janitor. Allows the janitor to capture ghosts and spirits. I don't think we need that here. Vending machines increase your happiness and hunger develops faster. Ooh, antibacterial. All right, get to work. Clean some shit up.
Gift shop requires an assistant. You work in retail now.
We also could absolutely acquire, you know, just like a couple more people in general.
Expedition team returning from underground.
I like a nimble security guard. Wow, that didn't take very long at all, did it? We have an exhibit collector coming in, and I think we're a lot less likely to take his deal than I would have been very recently even. Okay, so we got security. We got an extra security guard. I do want one more assistant as well. Ooh, gluttonous and half-foot. I want somebody to have customer service. We really don't need more ticket booth people. You know what?
Analysis
Even with the penalties, I'm fine with that.
good.
Allows the bandage box to offer coffee. Well, that's interesting. We have coffee. Actually, I guess that's not a coffee machine. Well, somebody go install that. That's a handy little bonus. Okay, let's go get some stuff. We got to level up this museum, which means more exhibits. So the only other stuff to find here is perks. And what were the objectives here? Just employ my robo-janitor. All right, well. Yeah, it does feel like we have for the most part like discovered the actual displayables from all of the points of interest so far. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we haven't hit that is unfortunately just kind of like uninteresting perks. At some point I would like to clear this, but obviously that's going to require us to spend a drill, and it doesn't feel necessarily like a good use of our time. We need a couple more dwarven devices, and we need to have dwarves actually coming in, which I think right now we don't. Okay. Boy, that is oh, it didn't actually take the sorry, I accidentally replaced. I was gonna say I thought we were really close on the luck threshold. Oh well. Yep, keep pushing, and this time we can provide a survey scanner. Get ourselves a level up on this. Alright, so how does this work? I guess I'm gonna put him down near the other constructed items, but I don't know exactly like what the box that I'm putting down does.
They may be sometime.
Nothing, I guess. It just, yeah, okay, it just immediately becomes the man, and then he walks around and does stuff. Well, that's cool. Let's have a look at our new location. While most of the robotics wing were focused on refining the core functionality of Bungle's intelligence software, this offshoot took every tangent available to make the robots do more. Well, now that's a curious thing. So we'll send our robo-janitor and also our best researcher. We're not quite in a position to be able to avoid this illness. Well, in fact, we do have an illness elixir, don't we? But it's very hard not to just go survey scanner and hope. And we can deal with the illness if it happens. And it'll give us an opportunity to stack XP on our dude. But yeah, only 2 of these events will happen, so it's possible we'll just whiff Rotten Researcher entirely. Lab Throat. I don't
To the cafe.
really even want to think about it. That seems very bad. So here are our machines at full operation. Oh yeah, we are getting in dwarven guests. Cool. View 5 dwarven device exhibits. I think we don't... Yeah, we only have 4 at the moment, so we actually can't get those guys to their dream visit. And it's not always the case that like all guests of a type have the same dream visit goal, but it is frequently the case that there's a lot of overlap. So unfortunately, we may just have to tough it out until we have a couple more of those. I should probably set up a marketing space somewhere. I think I can do that right here, right? Because a marketing room can be pretty small, right? It can be 2 by 2. Yeah. So even if we wanted to give it a little bit more space, we can put down a marketing desk and one of these things. And that's all the room needs, but wouldn't it be more effective if we had an idea board. And just think about all the garbage they'll need to throw away. Space bin is like a science bin. Oh no, we have a proper science bin. And then you probably want like some coffee or something, right? A heated wax lamp just for ambiance. Ah, that was almost a whole decoration level by itself. And then a window to the outside world, so everybody knows you're in here and you're alive. Okay, cool. So I probably want to be marketing specifically to dwarven customers for a while.
If you touch a botany exhibit and become unwell,
And I do think
otherwise
that we still need to hire more assistants probably.
but not responsible.
And it looks like we're going to have to train this one up. So you are going to become our marketer. You get thirsty quickly. I do think I probably still need to hire another assistant. Welcome aboard. Rather too many than too few. Can I put a water cooler or something in here? Like, am I prevented from putting a water cooler in here? Because there are water cooler items, but obviously they're items that have function in other rooms. I mean, I guess it's fine. She's like right across from here. This way they can see into the staff room.
It's
All right,
time for
somebody's back from the Great Dwarf. All right, cool. A geode device, an advanced device that utilizes a range of dwarven technology to refine rare stones. Stones can turn geodes into gems by utilizing the power of a smelting device, which is a thing we don't have.
cheeseball score.
But this is our 5th dwarven device at the very least, so I am going to put it maybe like here. Maybe like move this thing and put it like pretty close to all the geodes. There we go. And then this is, I mean, it's probably worth moving because it just like doesn't make any sense in the position it's in. All right, and I think our stands should be plenty well set up for this. In fact, I might even move this back a little bit more. You're going to be near a blacksmith column. What is a blacksmith column? Ah, okay. All right, that's got everything excited, and so it utilizes a range of dwarven technology to refine rare stones. I don't really know what that means. Do I? The geode device is inactive, so I need the smelting device first, and then we can talk about whether or not that's a real thing. Okay, what's going on in here? The gas device is siphoning a smelly cheese. Can provide a smelting device with the power of gas, should we find one.
Smogly, nil. Flemington, 3. Lighton.
All right, we are losing money a little bit here.
Gigantic fixture at
I
the
did
field
spend
has
a
been
bunch,
socked
obviously.
off until Thursday due to heavy rain.
We got sadly, we got both of the negative events and not the positive one. But we did find a robo mod stop. Machine learning won't happen on its own. Not yet, anyway. Build this contraption to modify your robotic staff.
That
I
was
would
the
love
sport.
to do that. That sounds really great. But before we get into any of that kind of stuff, let's go to the clinic. It feels like lab throat is the kind of thing you want to get taken care of as quickly as possible. All right, our museum level's increasing. We should probably think about
Expedition is leaving now. Final call.
starting a tour over here. Especially as we are trying to specifically impress our dwarven guests. Total buzz bad, but you know, we're working on it. Obviously, it would be plenty. It would be very handy to get some more stuff. Whoa. Whoa. It'd be very handy to get some more quality on our goods is what I meant to say. And then I got distracted by the fact that they are willing to pay me $52,000 for our flying machine. The thing is, it costs so many expeditions to put together a functional flying machine that I don't think I can take that. All right, illness repaired, and also Jake has in fact gained a level. Pretty fantastic. How much money is it to keep pressing on the dwarf? Is there 17.5? Well, I think I am going to wait for that. For the next thing, the next dwarven device, I think matters a bunch. Even with a bunch of normal janitors and also a new robo janitor, we just can't keep the floors clean around here. Okay, Barnibius. Does it show me if they have unspent? I don't think it does. I don't think it shows you if they have unspent skill points, which is a shame, because I would like to know that. At this point, we probably don't need to do the survey thing, so let's just take a basic expedition journal thing. Yeah, because we have enough level that we're going to push the enough survey between the lot of us that we're going to push the thing to pristine level anyway. All right, what does it cost to build the thing that lets me improve my robo janitor? A robo mod stop. Ah, boggy men.
Donations out of the goodness of their hearts, as well as any lingering shame.
Sadly, the answer to my question, how much does it cost to build the mod stop, is a huge, huge amount of stuff. All right, let's just send Sophie, I guess. I was about to say, fortunately, these are so cheap you can almost completely ignore the cost. But then I got caught by the definition of the word almost. All right, give me the good stuff.
The expedition team are leaving now. Please say goodbye.
We're going to need 2 of those trips and a trip out just to get whirly cogs as well, at least one. So it's gonna be a minute before we have the ability to modify our janitors. But hey, look at that, a mostly clean floor. Oh, somebody got caught. It's good to know the security guards are on top of it, because I don't really have time to watch the bogs.
Vandal caught in the act. What a bad guest.
Here's a question. Does this room... Am I allowed to... No. We are, in fact, at the minimum size for this room. This spot is bothering me more and more. And I can expand this out and add more toilets. But then we have this one little thing here. And I was hoping to be able to put another row on this room as well. Probably don't need more toilets. What I probably need to do with that is just leave it alone.
Thieves have been prevented from escaping.
All right, 175.
On the helipad. Oh, and the expedition.
I believe, sadly, does not quite get us there,
Also,
if I'm remembering our values correctly. Okay, it doesn't let me just mouse over and see it that way. That's fine. Let's go Sophia and you, I suppose, just to make sure we're countering the rock slide. All right, give me as many as you can of those things.
the expedition team. They may never come
So yeah, we actually ended up 10 metal short. That's a real shame. 10 metal and... Okay, we need 75 of those, so I think that's going to be another expedition as well. Alright, so we're getting like rave reviews from some of our customers and much less so from others. So he was happy with the prices in the gift shop. He had some museum mush. He certainly did not hit his dream visit goal, which is wild because we have so much knowledge in here. But I guess it would be helpful to do some workshop disassembly. Like the one thing we don't have is many exhibits that are giving more than 1 point of knowledge, which I guess it makes it hard to reach 100. Yeah, I could be putting more effort into going back and getting stuff. Getting more copies of the things that we already have some of. And here's our smelting device. Pristine, no less. Combines gas, fire, and wind into a stone melting concoction. They who smelt it dealt it, or so say the dwarves. So this can power a geode device by utilizing the power of fire, gas, and wind devices. So for right now, we'll just tuck this over with these other ones, but it seems to me like once we have a larger total collection of these things, I think we're going to want to rearrange them more carefully. All right, what else do you need? You need a hanging fantasy torch. That we can certainly make happen. You know, what can I say? They like them tacky. This is the area where the things are from this place. Just trying to generate buzz. Okay, yeah, they got knowledge. They're well suited by nearby donation buckets. The donation buckets do not seem to be filling up as much as they were in previous games. Ooh, and the opportunity to display a statue of an olive for some reason. Can I just like tuck it in? Nope. What items are blocked? It's not even clear why that doesn't work. Okay. Got that maxed out. People will be happy.
And endless sand from the beach to the shoes you only wore once.
All right, tell me this is at least 75 of those things. It was indeed.
require a specific humidity.
All right, now all we need is one more bit of metal. I think you can just go ahead and get that.
Paradise is only a stone's throw away.
Okay, our exhibit showcase, of course, is doing fantastically. It's in a high value slot.
Guests are reminded to enjoy their visit.
It always makes me a little nervous when the number of thieves that you found is lower than the number of thieves that you kicked out of the museum. It's like, hey, buddy,
Excuse the exhibit.
what are you reporting? It feels to me like you might be a little confused on what your job is.
Thieves were caught board before they could escape with an exhibit. That was a close one.
We have a lot of thieves in this area, which is weird because I don't think our exhibits are all that good.
Expedition complete.
All right. That will give me the ability to make one of these. It's okay to let people line up a little bit intermittently. I think we'll probably keep the cafeteria at one worker. So, in order to reach museum level 17, we'll probably need to display like 1 or 2 more exhibits with decent buzz. Have higher level staff trained in many skills. A higher level museum attracts more guests. Okay, so staff plus display buzz. It seems like it's the critical work to be done. And I think we have just enough to send people out on a trip to... Well, I was going to come here, but I guess we've seen the devices here, and we have now managed to give 5 dwarven guests their dream visit. We unlocked a rune, and here, deep in the tunnels of the Dwarven Peninsula, legendary armaments are churned out at a lightning-fast pace with red-hot hammering. Only a barbarian could survive in such a place. Fortunately, we just so happen to have one. So, 15 strength lets us beat Rodent Rage. We are nowhere near the 25. We are not level 10 yet. How much stuff is here? Just 1 piece of mythical gear. So this is probably not a place we're going to come back to a lot, which makes me think maybe we don't bother with the survey scanner. Oh, and this one's more expensive than the one I shoot.
That our understanding of the universe will keep being wrong.
I gotta pay more attention to that.
Announcement: our security measures.
All right, the representative from the Department of Culture is arriving. Still just kind of waiting for the money to accumulate. Sadly, we keep paying people. I kind of think we should have another expert because they did add another tour area, and I feel like we were kind of pulled short on them before, but actually in practice what it means is there's just not a lot of tours going on. And guests can enjoy these things by themselves, I think. All right, and then between the security guards and the restaurant and whatnot, we should be able to collect what we need here. I guess it. Yeah, this will do. Got to get that strength up. Okay, 40 days on that, and that may well be the last thing that we need to push us up, depending on the buzz it generates, obviously. Our Judgment Clouder is on fire.
Museum is on fire.
I hate when things catch on fire, like right next to water sources. Janitor with firepower. Okay, Angela Mackerel is already on the job of extinguishing fires. And unfortunately did it slowly enough that there are now additional fires. Yeah, you gotta step it up. That animation is forever. No. No more fires, please. Maybe I'm gonna move this over for a second. Wow, okay. He worked on the fire until he worked on this fire until the other thing exploded. Okay, well, I'm sure we're gonna need a robocharger. Now we're out of components again. This is very annoying, I'm finding. I mean, Yeah, I probably need one more janitor on staff, honestly. Even with the robot janitor, I probably need one more janitor on staff, and it's got to be somebody who is capable with a fire extinguisher. Because we shouldn't have to just watch that all happen.
The museum is currently on fire. They told me this wouldn't happen here.
That's probably going to set us back a little bit as far as museum level, because we did lose some buzz on that.
The expedition team are departing now. I'm always so glad that I don't have to go.
These people are leaving negative reviews because they're all like, yeah, the exhibits explode right in front of your face. They shower you with broken plastics, and then they convince you that you can't sue.
Have returned with something special.
All right, getting some levels for all of our hard work here. That's going to be more than enough whirly cogs for this one purpose. And Bat Rastard, what have you brought home with you? I think this is the first time I've realized that his name isn't Rat Bastard. Well, that is just Nor's hammer. Can be equipped by a member of staff. The wearer becomes a great work person that thanks their tools. A great work person that thanks their tools. Because a poor worksman, blames his tools. Okay. I think I'm going to tuck this. This is kind of a unique situation. But maybe we put it kind of over near the fantasy stuff in general. Fantastic. Now you've built a robo-janitor. You can remove the sludge. I think you'll find they're remarkable pieces of tech. Robo-janitors use the same software as the supercomputer that controls the Bungle Burrows facility. If you can connect a robo-janitor to the Bungle mainframe, we could use them to control the facility remotely. From there, we should be a few clicks away from knowing what's wrong with the Oasis. Yeah, let me real quick rebuild the basic power station. Oops.
On 2 Point Radio, a quick tip for all you...
Okay, and then... Yeah, we did this. Down here, we have the Bungle mainframe. Just need to send our janitor down there. And we'll probably get a broken... It's going to take a while to do it, no matter how we do it. It's just an obstruction, but XP for you.
There. Don't get caught with green thumbs or brown.
So it looks to me like we might be right on the edge of another star.
Equipment, thigh shields and shoulder-length gauntlets.
All right, what was the node just beyond what our barbarian just did? Display 3 pristine quality dwarven devices. Okay, well that's not a huge problem. We can head back and pick up something a little shinier. I wonder, should we try to get more geodes under the assumption that at some point we're going to start feeding geodes into the machine? Let's maybe do that. This only costs 12,000. We can do this right now. It has to be... we need to get to a high enough dexterity score. Alright, so Victoria plus Noggin is just enough. Mordred's pretty dexterous. And it even gets us to 7 intelligence for the lockpick. Alright, well, bring back something cool.
Botanist worth its weight in fertilizer. Remember, to enjoy anything with sophistication.
Alright, we're about to have a second person on the grounds who can operate a fire extinguisher. Connecting to Bungle Burrow's mainframes. Please wait. This may take a few minutes. Contamination detected. Fatal system corruption. Status report haywire. Run system clean mod.exe. Fleshy humans, do not be alarmed. Please stand by for facility maintenance. You will be cleaned, and it will be painless. Okay, well, that seems like not what we were looking for. Oh no, not this again. For all their excellent features, Bungo's robots do have some major flaws. Did I mention that, or did it mention that? Their maintenance software loses calibration and starts trying to clean everything and everyone, themselves included. And it's bad enough on a single robot, but your robo-janitor has turned the entire facility haywire. Leave your robot down there for a bit while we review solutions. I'm sure there must be solutions. And that, indeed, is another star for us. DNA designer unlocked, and I believe this is the completion of a curation goal as well.
An update now from Bungle Technologies on the development of their robots, set to hit shelves soon. CEO Sophie Nova had this to say: "As expected, we've come across some minor bugs and light issues. Work is ongoing, solutions are near, and production has been paused indefinitely." Well, as long as they expected it.
Then I guess it all must be under control. Alright, so we got some kudosh. Museums can now receive 6-star ratings. Okay, that's interesting. I thought 5 was where it ended. I don't know what your robo-janitor is up to down there, but the sludge is now electrified and turning other robots haywire. That's not great. In my experience, there's only one fix for faulty robots: more robots. Somewhere in the facility are the blueprints for robo-security guards, capable of fixing a haywire robot. Here's the last keycard. You now have the highest level of security clearance, just like me. At least the highest level that you're aware of. So what did we get for doing that? Is it just... okay, it's just XP. Alright, well, I think that another star and another curator class complete probably marks a pretty good place to call it for the day. That was really productive. It took a while, but it was really productive. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you return next time, we are going to continue to put work into this place until, at the very least, it's no longer taken over by insane robots that I unleashed upon the facility to destroy everything. And we'll see you then.